I'm Max Sterling, welcome to LarpGasm. From the deepest depths of the Elven Vale, I present to you the Flower Crown Challenge. For years, we've witnessed others wearing flower crowns and creating these spectacular flower crowns that we've come to know and love. Yet I feel the need to challenge these creators to build such a spectacular flower crown as the likes have never been seen by the naked eye. And I hope that they'll pick up the gauntlet and make one. Now you may say, but Max, how does my edgelord character wear a flower crown and have it make sense or be manly? I'm going to show you, because the flower crown I make will fit that edgelord motif perfectly. Let's get started. We start by picking the finest flowers the glen has to offer, and by collecting feathers fallen from birds in flight, and then we're ready to begin. But these flowers are far too bright. They need to be withered. They need to be dead. First thing first, measure your noggin. See how big that crown's gonna need to be. I chose the easier yet somewhat more expensive way out of this, so check your measurements and get your vine the same size as your noggin. Measure twice, cut once, unless you're rolling in lemnis, then do whatever you want. And then pull off these stinky white flowers. Put these beautiful flowers down on the ground, and if you made boots with me a few videos back, you still have black leather dye laying around. Guess what? It's time to make these flowers change colors. We'll get there. While you're waiting for your flowers to turn black and putrefy, begin work on next week's video, which is from a completely separate genre and destroys your immersion you're trying to create during this video. Now that we've got these flowers nice and darkened up, we're going to go ahead and start weaving them into the crown. Now I am wearing gloves for this because, you know, these are painted and dyed, and I'm not sure if it's 100% dry yet, so I don't want to get that stuff on my skin. So we're going to start. I also got the leaves as well to darken them up. And basically now, since this was already woven on here, we're just going to re-weave it. Try to get as many of the flowers as you can facing one direction, because you're not going to want them facing in towards your head. You're going to want everything basically to be facing outward when you make this. One other thing I didn't mention is definitely cut this maybe an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches larger, because you can always take more away if you need to, but you can't really add on. So make sure you get this puppy the right length from the get-go. Now we need to fuse the end together here, so I'm going to just kind of grind this together and weave it, and then from there I have some wire that we'll use to secure it. You can also hot glue it, you know, or whatever you want to do. Now we have everything basically where we want it, and we'll go through and adjust the flowers to where I want them, and I can use this fine wire 26 gauge if I want, and then we're going to go back over it with this. Let me go and get these flowers positioned how I want them. Basically, I want the rose to pretty much be our main focal point, with everything else sort of just being complementary to it. So we're going to see if we can rearrange some stuff here. And one final step is going to be make sure everything is sort of uniform black. So I'm going to hit it with some spray paint, maybe some more dye, but then pretty much that's going to be it. Now I did want it to have a little bit of color, so even though it's going to be very black, I'm going to hit it with some of these sequins and some spray glue. I am not a fan of glitter, but if you want to use glitter, it'd probably look a lot better, but I'm going to hit it with these sequins and just some spray glue and sprinkle these all over it. And that's pretty much the final product, red and black with some red sequins to give it a little bit of pop. You may want to keep the flowers off until after you wrap it in whatever you're going to wrap it in, whether it's jute or wire or whatever you want to do, and then add the flowers back in later. You may want to paint certain things first and then add certain things like the feathers later on, but it's entirely up to you. Obviously, making something black would be a heck of a lot easier around Halloween, but I didn't have that luxury, so this is what it is. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you give it a shot and try to make your own flower crown. And if you do, be sure and post those videos. Link back to this video so that I can check it out and watch it. And if you like this video, please click like, subscribe, share. Let everybody know that this video is here in case they want to make one of these flower crowns. And even if you're not on YouTube, if you make one, you want to hit up on Instagram, Twitter, and just link me so I can check it out. That would be fantastic. And as always, adventure on. Death to all humans. Long live the elves.